All right, so we've got the 79 series up here on the lift. The project is done. So I'm going to go ahead and do a big walk around here on the chassis while it's up on the lift. I mean, there's a couple teeny tiny little things, like we need to put the, let's see, they're called fender skirts, you know, they go from up there to here, little rubber fender skirts. We need to put those in. Not much else. Might be one or two other little teeny things like that before it's 100%, but it's pretty well done. So let's start talking about it. This here is a custom skid plate we made underneath the radiator. So I guess we should start with the chassis. It's an 80 series chassis. It was extended about 13 inches to match the wheelbase of a 79 series. And we did that right here. So the chassis was cut. An additional section of frame was added right here. And then all welded and spliced back together. And then we made this cross member right here. That's something that's not in an 80 that we made it, you know, just to tie it together. So, and then we made all the body mounts and all the bed mounts on this so that the 79 sits on the 80 series chassis. So what you got here as a result is a 79 series that's got coil spring in the rear. Toyota never made a pickup, at least not a 70 series or a Land Cruiser pickup with coil sprung rear. So that's a little different than you'll get on a normal 79 series off the lot. There's so much to talk about here. So king shocks, obviously. On an 80 series, the shafts get pretty beat up, so we've gone ahead and put a rubber boot on there. We've had mixed results with plastic guards on the kings. So we're trying the rubber boots now because the plastic guards tend to fall off and kind of sucks. What else? So it's got a long range accessory sub tank back here. This is actually for a 100 series that was custom fit to this chassis. There's the filler neck because this truck was a dual tank 79. There's the other filler. So it's got about 50 gallons of fuel from that. This is actually sprayable seam sealer that's on that tank. So yeah, the whole underside of the bed and in the bed got a color matched Line-X. So the whole bottom of the bed and then all inside the bed is a color matched Line-X. There's a trailer plug right here for tying in with your trailer lights. We custom made the rear bumper to match a stock 70 series. It's just made out of DOM, so it's a lot stronger. Backup camera up there, pintle hitch, which is factory 80 series tow hitch. Everything's rebuilt here. These are 80 series axle housings, but they have a 5-lug conversion, so that's 105 series outers, hubs, and so forth. It gives you bigger studs here on the hub and dowels, and bigger lug studs when you do a 5-lug. To do that, you have to change the center differential for 3 gears in this. That's 105 series E-locked differential. You got to do that in the rear because of the finer spline shafts. So up front you don't got to change axle shafts, but you do still gain stronger dowels, stronger studs, freewheeling hubs. The truck's part-time 4-wheel drive. It's got an H152 5-speed transmission and an FTE 1HDT FTE engine. What all we got going on? So much. It's E-locked, king shocks. It's got 105 series brakes and outers, front and rear on the axles. I mean, this thing was taken down damn near to bare metal on the chassis, all painted, all new made all the brake lines, fuel lines, all kinds of wiring. Even had to do some custom stuff on the e-brake line. Or excuse me, the e-brake cable. It's like a 79 series cable because the axle's wider. We had to do a little spacer back here where it ties in. All kinds of stuff going on. Extended brake lines. I mean, you can see it's got Dobinson rear lower control arms. It's got Superior radius arms that we had powder coated black. So yeah, truck's not really used for any kind of hardcore off-roading, so or is not gonna be used. So just factory stock side steps versus sliders. You know, no real bar work as far as back here to protect the quarter on the bed. Up front is a factory Toyota ARB style bumper that we custom fitted to the 80 series chassis. I'll show that more when I bring it down. Yeah, really much else to tell. Heavy duty tie rod, drag link, adjustable panhards front and rear, extended braided brake lines. Yep, 105 series steering box that's brand new. What else? I mean, double tanks. This is a main tank. We had to modify it a little bit to fit in the 80 series chassis. 3-inch stainless steel exhaust. We built that. It's a heat shield we made for the exhaust. This is a transfer pump for the sub-tank. Here's the exhaust, heat shielding for the exhaust. Yeah, she's pretty much new underneath and on the top side. So, boom. All right, that's quite a bit of the chassis. I'll go ahead and do one. I get it off the lift here of the top side. We also dropped the bumps back down in the back here to match the King shock so that they won't bottom out if it gets fully compressed. So, yep.